Self-love part 2. Let's go. Hey. Hello. I almost thought you weren't coming today. Yeah, well, lunch is already more than halfway over. Nat has typically been meeting Yuri in the stairwell much earlier, since it had been a good way of dodging her friends when she didn't feel like seeing them. Today, she's holding a large plastic container in both hands. Yeah, so like, I'm thinking like lunch period or what? Like, what is this? Is this like study hall or something? Well, not study hall, but like, is this like after school or whatever? No, like, I don't know. Like, are they, like, they have their own lunch, they're all, everyone's lunch, and then they just somehow two people in the hallway. I ran into my friends, so I hung out with them for a while. Is that so? Yeah. I was in a good mood today, so I figured I haven't seen them in a while, which I had to come up with an excuse for it, but I expected that. Plus, I have way more of these than I know what to do with, so I figured I would share with them too. As she sits down, Natsuki opens the lid of her container. You make cupcakes. You know it. Hey, let's go. Finally, cupcakes. It's been a while at this point, so I figured it was about that time again. You can take one if you want. Yuri takes the cupcake and carefully twirls it between her fingers. It's brown with dark green frosting, shaped into a floral pattern, and topped with some kind of glittery powder. How pretty! I just ate, so I may not be able to finish it. Or did I eat for the club? Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really think about it, I just made them. I just thought that because green is Monica's favorite color. Green. Well, yeah, but that's not really. This is green tea flavor. I love green tea. Oh, do you? It was just a random idea I wanted to try, so don't laugh at me. I'm not. I just felt happy. Oh, sorry. Usually when never mind. What I mean is that I'm glad. Sorry for saying dumb things again. I just wanted to do something nice, and this is something I happen to be good at, and I do know that you like them from past experience. Yuri turns red, recalling the time she treated herself rather generously to Nat's cupcakes. Ironically, her mouth is too full of cupcake for her to stammer an excuse, so she just settles for a disapproving look. How did you get into baking? Oh, well, I don't know. It kinda just always appealed to me. Well, a few years ago, I read this one manga with a lot of baking, so I got like super into it for a while. I was probably making stuff almost every day, but it's something that I always knew I liked anyway. It's like baking is like art, but when you get good at it, it gets more delicious too. I'm struggling to imagine myself putting my heart into something so artistic, knowing that it would just be eaten afterwards. Yeah, maybe you're too practical for it. I think I prefer it to be on the receiving end. That's my other favorite part about it. It's something I can do that makes a lot of people happy, like unconditionally. Everyone is always so thankful, and in that moment, you get to be like the bringer of joy. I don't know, it just makes me feel valid. Yeah, I guess that. So you were able to make up with your friends today? There wasn't really anything to make up with them about. We weren't fighting or anything. You weren't? Maybe I misunderstood. It only turns into a fight if I lose my cool, and that's just unnecessary drama. So they're not going to stop? I mean, it only happens sometimes anyway. It's just the way they are. I'm the only one who have ever had a problem with it. It's not worth it, especially since I have somewhere to go now when I don't feel like hanging out with them. Oh, I see. The cupcake's empty foil raptor crinkles as Yuri clenches that fist. I'm glad that the situation resolved and that you don't have to avoid them anymore. Me too. And I don't have to bother you during your alone time anymore. I'm sure you have a lot of reading to catch up on, yeah. I know that cupcakes are basically nothing compared to all the stuff you've done for me, but it's the best I can do, so you can have the rest of them. Mmm. She's gonna share with the whole literature club. Then she shakes her head and slips them back. You should save them for your other friends, but I made them for you. What? Oh my god, plot twist. What? And I like them very much, exactly as you thought. You succeeded. But I know you care about making your other friends happy too. And if this is the way you know how to make that happen, then I'm not going to take it from you. No, they're making you happy. You make me happy. You're worth more than cupcakes to some people. That's why they want to spend time with you and be your friend. Tears pour. Damn, she's crying? She pulls her knee to her chest and starts sobbing. Up, CGI. Nasuski, I'm such a bad person. I didn't mean to say something bad. You didn't. I just really hate myself. Okay, alright. Sorry. Sorry. I didn't expect it to get, in a dark turn. And it feels so wrong when you say nice things to me, like I don't deserve it. I'm sorry. No, I am. I'm so difficult, and I can't think of even a single thing about myself that somebody would like. And I hated myself for bothering you during lunch. I just thought it was my chance to be a good person, like to be nice and do the things you wrote about in the letter. I knew if I tried in the club, Sayori and Monica would be super annoying and make a huge deal of it. You know, I think a lot of those negative things too about myself. I never felt like a good person, and I just spent so much time thinking about myself, hating myself, and feeling like everyone else hate me too. So I understand some of the thought, my own experience, and that's why I wanted to write the letter and express my feelings. It paired me to see those things in someone else than I saw myself. Natsuki sniffles, rustles through her bag, and pulls out some tissues, then hands them to Matsuki. Monica told me that it takes a good person to reflect on these things. Desire to improve yourself, that makes you a good person, so don't worry too much. Also, there are things about you that people would like, so. Like what? Like, like how you're fun for people to be around, and you're not shy, and you know how to make people laugh, and you're very passionate about things, and you know how to take the lead, and you care a lot about other people, and just a lot of things. Oh, well, now you're making me feel really embarrassed. Well, you're the one who asked, and don't you think I feel embarrassed? Nat tries to hide a smile, then she sighs and tries again. Come on, CGI hug, CGI hug. Every time I come here, I always think it's the last time, but then I keep coming back for some reason. Is that bad? Just really confusing. I mean, my friends and I go way back, so ditching them all the time feels like, I don't know. Feel like what? I'm scared they'll get mad at me. Or you don't know what to do. She pauses. Yuri stares into the distance, tracing her eyes along the patterns of the floor tiles while she thinks to herself. What would you do, hypothetically, if your friends were happy for you instead of mad at you? Happy for what? Happy that your new club is making you happy. Well, that's just not a fair hypothetical. Nat says that, but with little confidence in her voice. I always told myself that I don't rely on the approval of others to be happy, and I still feel that way, but I'm spending time with people who put me down whenever I don't have the approval. That's probably what making me feel so confused, because I'm threatened out of the things that should make me happy. So no matter what, it's like I have to be unhappy to be happy. It's making my head hurt. That must make it really difficult to feel comfortable with yourself, being made to feel like you're wrong just for being the person you are. It really goes against everything I believe in, doesn't it? It goes against the kind of person I want to be. I'm fed up with it. Fed up with a lot of things. I know what's best for me, but I keep convincing myself out of it. It's so much easier to be comfortable and happy than it is to do something scary. To do what? You know, to end it. With them? I didn't think you were so actively considering that an option. I wasn't until recently. It's just one of those things where, like, it's been a certain way for so long that you just get used to it. Like, so much of you has gone into it, so much that it feels like that's just how your life is. And throwing it away is like throwing away such a big part of your life. It makes me feel sick to think about. Asuski sighs. It's just really scary. It's terrifying. What are you scared of? A lot of things, like being alone, not having anyone to talk to or hang out with, not being able to replace what I have with them, and I don't want them to hate me, and I'm just scared they'll hurt me for going against them. Psychologically? Wait, physically? Oh, sorry. Not physically, but if anyone thinks to cause you harm, I will unleash hell upon him. Damn! You will unleash hell? Hell? You're gonna... Oh my god, hell. Haha, sorry, I like that, that's all. Well, I meant it. I know you did. I need it. Just take them, okay? I don't want other people to have them anymore. Are you sure? I'm sure. I will then. I'll enjoy them. Free cupcakes, let's go. She holds onto that feeling knowing it'll give her courage. You're here first today? And you brought reading material. Damn, they just hang out in the damn freaking the hallway sidewalk staircase with the vending machine. Like, damn. Is sitting in her usual spot, this time holding a volume of manga. Yuri sits down as well and opens her own book. It sucks when a good series has to come to an end. Like, it's a big part of your life, and then one day, yes, talking about the Doki Doki. Kind of relate, because no more Doki Doki after this. I done pretty much everything. Well, not the Nat's playthrough, or like, but it's still, like, I still, like, pretty much everything is great. Everything is pretty much accomplished. It makes you feel so empty. Unfortunately, I'm about to experience that myself. I'm on the last book of this series. That sucks. But there's also something satisfying about letting a story conclude. I don't know if I want to go in on it forever. Maybe. But there are some things that I wish I could. On the other hand, have you ever read something that overstayed its welcome? Yeah, definitely. I can think of at least one thing I read that got pretty unbearable like halfway through, and the ending really sucked. So it sucks when something good has to end, but also sucks when they just kept inventing more plot until you don't like it anymore. I guess it sucks either way. Well, that's the nature of all things. They come to an end. They slowly eat while making their way through their respective reading material. Nat doesn't seem to be touching her food. You don't go out during the weekends, right? Excuse me, like with friends at the mall or downtown or whatever. I'm not a total shut-in, you know? Oh, my bad. We're making obsessions. Well, I'm sure I go out less often than other people like you and the others in the club. I don't really meet with friends and spend time like that. I'm usually meeting with my board game group. Board game group? Board game, what? It doesn't matter. It's just more nerdy stuff. Hell yeah! Nerd forever. I'm a nerd. ScarGunGray is a nerd. 100% forever. Aiden as well. Why do you ask anyway? I was just curious. I just realized that I couldn't picture it, so I was just curious. Yuri looks at Nat and realizes that she's shaking. Don't look at me like that. Sorry. I can't take this. Did I do something? I did. I ended it. I texted them earlier telling them. And then I just blocked them because I'm so afraid. Damn! Now, ooh. Oh, that's... Oh. I'm sorry. Damn, you ended it? Totally unsure what to do, Yuri can barely find any words of support to offer. Meanwhile, the sound of Nat's unusually hard breathing fills the air. Then she speaks again, barely above a whisper. Help me. I feel sick, and I want to hit my head against things. Please help. I can't take this. You may be having a panic attack. With the realization, Yuri's demeanor suddenly changes. I have experience with this, so I'll help you through it, okay? Natsuki meekly nods through her rapid breath, head still buried on her knees, slides herself over to Nat. Yuri does, and sits on the step behind her. Then she puts her hands on shoulders. Can you feel my hands? You're safe right now. You're in a good and safe place where nothing can hurt you. Nods once more. Although Yuri is only touching Nat's shoulders, she can practically feel her racing pulse through the base. Come on, we're at the CGI. We'll do a breathing exercise together. All you have to do is listen to my breaths and breath along. Breaths and breath along. Let's breathe in now. Yuri takes a deep, slow breath. Beneath her hands, she feels Nat's shoulders rise as Natsuki takes a breath of her own, trying to mimic Yuri. They exhale together, although Nat's breath shakes on the way out. That's good, let's keep going. Yuri breathes in once more and Nat joins. They continue like that for a few more cycles, while Yuri closely monitors. Eventually, Yuri feels Nat rests more of her weight into Yuri's palms. Let's focus on the physical world. All you have to do is focus on the feeling of your breaths going in and out, and the weight on my hands of your shoulders. You're in a safe and comfortable physical space. The worst of it has passed. Yuri's determined to not move away until Nat prompts her to. Meanwhile, Nat has lifted her head off her knees and her breathing has mostly steadied. Then she takes a final deep breath and slowly pulls herself to her feet, causing Yuri to let go. She stretches her arms. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to freak out. I don't know what my deal is. You don't have to apologize. This must be an enormous stressful for you. Is that gonna keep happening? It may, or it may not. We can take measures to help prevent it from the future, but I think it will naturally get better over time. Natsuki monitors to sit back down again, so Yuri moves over. Yuri turns away to pick her open book from the dusty floor, which she had hastily sat down earlier. She brushes the dust off the cover. I don't think I could have gone through that alone. You're not alone. Feeling shy again, Yuri speaks into her own lap. From now on, we don't have to do anything alone. As she says that, Yuri tenses up. It's rare for her to so openly share her thoughts, but something about Nat, of all people, makes it feel so much more natural. Perhaps because, like Yuri, Nat is so timid and uncertain of herself. Nat does such a good job at hiding it that it's taken a long time for Yuri to finally realize it, and because of that, Yuri's able to deliver the reassurance that she herself would have wanted, demonstrating that you deserve the love of others. If you can accept that for the first time, then perhaps you can begin the journey of learning to love yourself. There we go. There we go. Do you really mean that? You're probably gonna regret saying that if you do. But yo, not to ruin the moment, but what happens if some kid just walking by downstairs, like, oops, excuse me, like, yo, like, what? What are y'all gonna do? You just gonna move out the way? Or are they just gonna freaking jump over you parkour style? Like, come on, what? How so? Because I'm probably gonna have a lot of free time during the weekends from now on. So you're giving me permission to be as annoying as I wanted to drag you to a lot of places. I see, but you already said it, so you can't take it back now. Well, I suppose I have no choice but to accept that responsibility then. I know a good ice cream place. Oh, that means you finally figure out my favorite ice cream flavor. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, you don't remember? The first day that you came to the club, you guessed everyone's favorite ice cream flavor, but for me, you said you have no idea. Seriously? I don't remember that at all. Oh yeah, I remember. Yes, I do. I said it was probably green tea. It's a good guess, but my favorite is usually to get chocolate and raspberry together. Chocolate and raspberry? How fancy. How's that fancy? I don't know. I feel like I should have guessed something like that. Well, maybe next time I'll try chocolate and strawberry. Hey, strawberry is my favorite. Of course, there's the pink hair and everything. What a coincidence. Yeah, I think it helps to have something to look forward to. I still have the sick feeling in my stomach, but it's easier now to convince myself that I did the right thing. Is there anything better I could do? Not that I know of. There's nothing that will make this easy for me, and you already did more than I thought anyone could. Come to think of it, we never talked about the letter you wrote, but I feel like we were past that point. I don't even know what to talk about, except that I think it helps me understand my needs a little bit better, the way I like to be treated, and the kinds of friends that I wanted to have. That's why I wanted to start coming here in the first place, even though I was so scared of causing more problems. I thought it was a coincidence that you ran into me here initially. Oh, not exactly. What do you mean? I may have tracked you down first with the help of Sayori. But you said I was shy, okay? I wasn't ready to like, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Well, I guess I'm glad that you worked up the courage, even if it was in your own way. I can tell that you've been making a lot of difficult decisions. It's brave, and it will make things better in the long run. I think anyone would be proud of you for it. Anyone? I mean, like you? Are you proud? Yes, hey, let's go. Like me. Yes, let's go. You know, I could get used to this as long as you don't tease me too much. Fine, just a little then. That's fine. I know how certain everything feels to you right now, but I really do think the good things are in store. Those are my honest feelings. Thanks. It feels nice to be reassured. The two girls continue their conversation through the remainder of lunch. Oh, okay, lunch. Alright. But a new feeling hangs in the air, a feeling of greater certainty in the path forward. In just a few hours, there'll be another literature club meeting where the four club members will happily spend time together, each of them, all with their own special qualities, having something unique that they can deliver to one another. Through friendship and literature, the club members will continue to grow and find new happiness together. The end of each chapter is the start of the next. Yuri thinks to herself, since she's about to finish her long-running series, it would be the best to have a new book lined up. Perhaps this weekend it would be a great time to visit the bookstore together. And that's it? Hey, that's it. That is all. Oh, wait, equals? Oh, wait, there's another one? Oh, I didn't know this one. Oh, slap. Let's play it. Yeah, let's play it.